And this room that I'm standing in really is the center of the political universe right now. And this is what it's all going to come down to, where James Comey will be seated in just a couple of hours from now. And yes, we're already getting a preview of what he's going to say in his opening statement. But it's the questions coming from senators lined up here that could reveal new information as these still photographers behind me here get set up early this morning. The White House, the president's allies, the RNC already getting their counter Comey strategy ready, emailing out talking points overnight to try to bat back some of the criticism that the president's expected to get, particularly from Democrats on this committee. But remember, some of this testimony that James Comey has revealed so far does contradict what the president has said publicly. All of it setting up a kind of he said showdown.
Not even James Comey could wait until today to deliver his testimony, asking the Senate Intelligence Committee to release his opening statement early. In vivid detail, the former FBI director outlines his meetings with the president who fired him, including the first, January 6th, at Trump Tower. It's where he says he told Donald Trump, "We did not have an open counterintelligence case on him," Comey writes. "I offered that assurance." The president pointing to that as validation. His outside counsel saying President Trump is pleased Comey publicly confirmed the president was not under investigation in any Russian probe, adding the president feels completely and totally vindicated. GOP allies also point out Comey acknowledges the president said it would be good to find out if satellite associates of his did something wrong. Still, other parts of Comey's statement contradict what the president has said publicly, like when Comey describes a meeting February 14th, the day after then National Security Advisor Mike Flynn resigned. Comey writes, the president began by saying, "I want to talk about Mike Flynn," adding later, "He is a good guy. I hope you can let this go."
Did you at any time urge former FBI Director James Comey in any way, shape, or form to close or to back down the investigation into Michael Flynn?
No. Next question.
Then there was a dinner in late January. Comey says the president called him with the invitation. But here's what the president told Lester Holt.
A dinner was arranged. I think he asked for the dinner. And he wanted to stay on as the FBI head.
At that dinner, another crucial moment. The president said, "I need loyalty. I expect loyalty," according to Comey, who writes, "I didn't move, speak, or change my facial expression in any way during the awkward silence that followed. We simply looked at each other in silence." Later, he says he told the president, "You will always get honesty from me."
Is it appropriate for the president to ask for a question of loyalty for the FBI director?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, I don't think that is. That position is treated independently, and this obviously crosses that.
Do you think James Comey is telling the truth? Is he credible?
Well, I don't have any reason to doubt his credibility.
Anticipation for today's testimony at a high. Overnight, former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper weighing in on the significance of the Russia controversy.
I have to say, though, that I think you compare the two, that Watergate pales really, in my view, as compared to what we're confronting now.
Comey's testimony will cap an intense 24 hours on Capitol Hill, which started Wednesday when the nation's top intelligence officials faced questions about reports the president asked some of them to get involved in the FBI's Russia investigation.
I do not recall ever feeling pressured to do so.
I have never felt pressure to intervene or interfere in any way.
When asked to share more, they declined.
I'm not going to discuss the specifics of conversations with the President of the United States.
I'm not going to answer any questions.
It's inappropriate for me to share that with the public.
The committee's top Republican shot this sharp warning.
At no time should you be in a position where you come to Congress without an answer.
So expect to get more questions today coming from this lineup right here. This is where the senators are going to be sitting. And here are the key folks to watch who are going to be up here. Number one, the top Republican on the Senate Intelligence Committee, Richard Burr. Also, Senator Marco Rubio, who was aggressive in his questioning yesterday. And seated right here in the middle will also be the top Democrat on this committee, Mark Warner. And he is already out with a little preview of his opening statement. Watch for him to say that this behavior from the president is simply unacceptable. Savannah, back to you.
All right, Hallie Jackson, thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.